Hello, I'm Matt Gutt from House.com, and this is a 2019 Arbor Coda Camber Midwide snowboard. A great all-mountain deck that can be used for freestyle use too, all-mountain freestyle, for intermediate to advanced level riders. This is a kind of a hard-charging deck for anyone size 11 feet and larger. If you have a size 11 boots, just get on a mid-wide or a wide board. You'll be less likely to catch your toes and fall. If you like doing like really deep carves, the Coda is a great board, but if you're riding a board that's too narrow for your gigantic feet, not saying 11s are gigantic, but if you have big boots, you want a board that has like a mid-wide, at least a 5.8 centimeter waist width, and this one has it. This is a rad deck. The Coda is one of my favorite decks from inside the line of Arbor for the 19 season. It has a mountain twin style shape, basically a directional twin. Inside the contact points, the Coda actually has like a centered stance and a centered cycle radius. So when you ride it switch, it's going to feel the same way as when you ride it regular, which is great. But outside the contact points on the nose is actually 1 centimeter longer. So if you ride really deep snow, set the stance back, let that nose float and have a good time. If you like ripping from the top to the bottom, you do a little lap through the park and hit some jumps, just keep this baby centered up. Now, there's two different versions of the Coda. There's a rocker version and there's a camber version. This is, of course, a camber version. A nice style arc, about a 5 millimeter rise, which is actually quite a bit. But with the parabolic camber styling, it actually mellows out when it gets to the contact points. And Arbor has softened up these contact points to be less catchy with a thing called uprise fenders. Now on each shoulder of the board is actually raised up at 3 degrees, so you're less likely to catch. So if you're a jumper, you like doing side hits and cat track stuff and just jibbing and buttering around, you're less likely to catch those contact points, which is awesome because when you're hauling on a Coda and you could potentially catch your edge. That's not a good thing, but you'll be less likely to with this bad boy. Now the feel and flex of the rocker version board is about a 6, but I'd probably move this one up into about 7, maybe 8. And the reason that Arbor's been able to do that is because they changed the construction material on top of the power ply top sheet. Instead of being bamboo like the rocker version, it's actually ash. This has a 3-year warranty, which is awesome. You can beat this thing and it'll be you'll have a warranty against manufacturer's defect. These things are designed in the US and built at the SWS facility in Dubai. They're ultra strong, and one way that they make these boards really durable is a 360 wrap sidewall. Yes, all the way around the board is a sidewall, and it allows the board's core to go all the way to the tips, not stop at the contact points. Inside the board is actually a double-barreled 2 lightweight wood core. It's a combination of both poplar, majority of the board is just poplar wood, and then there's bamboo style stringers down each rail to make it just a little bit more torsionally stiff. Combine that with the camber and then the mixed style glass, triax on bottom, triax on top, biax on bottom. Torsionally, it's a pretty rigid board. And then of course there's that ash power ply top sheet. So it's a great combination of those 3 like main core construction materials that make it very reactive and quick edge to edge. When you're getting into the minimum point of velocity and then like blasting out of the maximum point, this is a really fun board. It's really quick, really reactive, and of course it's going to stay fast because of that sintered style base. Make sure to keep it waxed up throughout the season. It's been factory waxed by Wend Wax Works, so you can ride it for a little bit before you actually have to wax it again. Then there's that 360 wrap standard steel edge. But a cool thing about these edges is the Grip Tech edge technology. Protruding edges by your toes and your heels is actually the unblended transition zone between the side cut radiuses. There's 3 different side cut radiuses. There's actually a tight one or smaller side cut in between your feet for small cross undercarves, those little quick turns, and then a larger one on the nose and the tail for those big sweeping cross over turns. This is a good looking deck and it rides awesome. This is the 2019 Arbor Coda Camber Midwide snowboard for anyone with size 11 feet and larger that you can check out at thehouse.com by selecting the link below in the description. Leave a comment or a question, let us know what you think of this thing. Subscribe to the channel there, check out more vids there, and hopefully I'll see you guys on snow. Peace.